All right, welcome back for the Star Trek Rewatch. And this week we are doing Season 3, Episode 15, Let That Be Your Last Battlefield. Get right into it here. As always, I will read the entry from the Star Trek Compendium by Alan Asherman. I'm probably not going to have a whole lot to say about this one at all because it's pretty straightforward. But let's go. The writer for this one was Oliver Crawford, the story by Lee Cronin and Gene L. Kuhn. The director was Judd Taylor. This would mark the last episode that Robert H. Justman worked on for the series. He quit when he found out that Frank Freeberg, I believe that's his name, was hired as the new show producer by Gene Roddenberry. So, yeah, Stardate 5730.2. On an urgent rescue mission, the Enterprise intercepts a stolen Federation shuttlecraft and its thief, a humanoid named Lokai, who asked for asylum. So the Enterprise is on their way to disinfect the planet. Kind of weird, I don't know. The shuttlecraft that they intercept is supposed to be from a star base, but if you look closely, if you're watching it on the original version, it does say Galileo 7. So and it actually says USS Enterprise on the front. The high definition remasters make it really clear. I'm sure back in the 1960s when you were watching this on your Zenith television, the resolution you wouldn't have been able to tell, but you can definitely tell now. So yeah, this Lokai shows up asking for asylum. He is a native of the planet Charon. He's half white and half black on his face. Soon after his arrival, the Enterprise discovers another ship following them at incredible speed. Locking on the craft's passenger, the Enterprise transports him aboard just as his ship explodes. That is actually not true. The ship disintegrates, and Spock says he was deposited somewhere on the ship, and Kirk says, "Where?" And then he says, "Here." So they don't beam him aboard. It's an invisible ship. The passenger is Bella, another native of Charon who is also half black and half white, though oppositely colored from Lokai. Of course, nobody recognizes this at first. Lokai and Bella know each other. Probably the standout performance is Frank Gorshin as Bella. Now, you would know him because he played the Riddler in the 1966 Adam West Batman television series. I also saw him. He appears as one of the movies that I really like is 12 Monkeys with Bruce Willis, kind of a post-apocalyptic film with Brad Pitt. But Frank Gorshin is in that movie as one of the doctors or psychiatrists or scientists in that film. He died, I think, in from a heavy smoker. So he died at the age of 72 from, I believe, emphysema cancer, lung cancer, unfortunately. Let's see here. He claims, so Bella claims to be Charon's chief officer attached to the Commission of Political Traitors in pursuit of Lokai. Kirk resists his undiplomatic extradition attempts, and after the near destruction of the Enterprise, because Bella takes control of the Enterprise, Kirk initiates a self-destruct sequence of the ship in order to get Bella to relinquish control. Um, it requires 3 senior officers, so Kirk, Spock, and Scotty all input the codes into the master computer to initiate the self-destruct sequence, which once Bella releases the control of the ship back to Kirk, he cancels the self-destruct. The Enterprise is then, this is released, it travels on its way towards the planet. They disinfect it, and then Bella once again takes control of the Enterprise, this time having shorted out the self-destruct sequence and the directional control. Um, the starship then arrives at Charon and discovers that the entire planet is dead. Evidently, everybody has killed each other because their faces are white and black on the opposite side. So this is a real bonk bonk over the head, strong episode that is decrying racism. It was probably more revolutionary at the time for television show, seeing as this was airing in the middle of the civil rights era. But now it just seems kind of, I don't know, dated in a way. But they both beam down to the planet after a speech from Kirk, you know, and I guess they're presumably going to battle each other to the death on the charred out remains of the planet Charon. Hence, that's their last battlefield. That's really it. Kind of really not much else for me to say about it. I thought that Frank Gorshin was really great in this episode. Um, I don't have a whole lot to say. I enjoyed this one, but I really don't have. Yeah, I'm just repeating myself now, so I'm just going to end it here. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about this below.